The system is failing. We're going to have more homelessness, more unemployment, and the government has to print more money. It's a command and control economy where the government tells you everything. I just don't trust our government. And they're going to have to start printing pretty quickly. And the more they print, the less value, purchasing power the dollar has, or the loonie, or the yen, or the peso. People are talking about inflation. I think we're in depression right now, and we're going to be the biggest depression in world history.
In the 1970s, that's when the world was changing.
The biggest bust in the history of the world is coming up. It's pensions. They trusted the government. They trusted their pension would be there, and it's going to go bust. And that's us. We'd get crushed.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, I remember telling you all yesterday that I had made an aggressive purchase of Ether at $940. And today I posted on Twitter that I fully exited that position at $11.35, as I personally believe we have further to fall with more potential liquidations on the horizon. And I think there may be a big one out there that we can't even see coming yet. I'll now be waiting in USDC with a nice healthy 15% additional profits on top of that 25% cash position I used on Ether in order to use to fully deploy and buy the dip. I do not think our bottom is completely in yet. But regardless of any of that, right now is the best time to pinpoint what cryptos you want to accumulate. Whether or not you believe we will go lower or not, I'll be very transparent with all of you and tell you all what cryptos I will be accumulating on this dip when we happen to go lower, and also at what prices I'm going to start buying. Bitcoin, if we go sub 14K, I'll begin accumulating. And guys, I'm not the biggest Bitcoin fan, but you better believe at an 80% discount, I'm buying. In addition, Ether, when we hit 750, I'll begin buying like a madman. XRP, when we hit sub 25 cents, I'll accumulate more. Polkadot, sub $5 is a massive buy. Algo, sub 20, massive buy. If Hedera for some idiotic reason goes below 5 cents, we might have to start selling some body parts, my friends. I heard the black market is poppin'. And while that is a joke, and all jokes aside, that is one of my biggest cryptos that I'm looking to buy much more of when everything's said and done. IOTA, my friends, is a massive, massive buy right now. And it's been so underrated and did not have its full-blown altcoin season similar to XRP and others. Quant as well. Quant has been very strong during this bearish downturn, so it's one of those you might want to wait a little longer for. Ladies and gentlemen, all that aside, what I want all of you to understand is many in crypto are still learning about financial markets, and if you're new, you have to understand that these bearish downturns do not last that long. What we do in the institutional space is look at real data. No emotions, no politics. Recessions and bear markets are normal. We are likely in one now, and we're going to come out of it soon. Ladies and gentlemen, what I'm going to show you is how long bear markets typically last. On average, it's a period of 11 months. Bull markets, however, are where we are usually in for most of the time. They last for 4.5 years. Here, from 2008 all the way to 2020, that was an 11-year bull market, followed by the health crisis crash, and then 2 more years of a bull market. Now, we're in times we've never seen before. Health crisis compounded by hyperinflation, compounded with the war in Ukraine. We're in uncharted territory. But that means there's going to be massive opportunity. While everyone's distracted, while no one's paying attention, money will be made, and you will have front row tickets if you're paying attention. Cement your legacy now, and your grandchildren will thank you later. Now guys, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. This chart presented by Moon Lambo, please give him a follow on YouTube and Twitter, is very telling. Crypto sentiment for years, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So now we have the back, but this time is different and will not have a fourth. This is what we mean. Ladies and gentlemen, this is market sentiment analysis. Down here, we have had an overextended period of extreme fear. And personally speaking, as the XRP permeable, someone who's eternally bullish on the crypto market, when I see market sentiment and extreme fear for a prolonged period of time, I feel the safest, because that's when I know I could get the best entry points without much fear that it'll retrace for too long or retrace too much. Keep that in mind, guys. This is the mindset that will get you rich in this market. I have persevered through worse times than this, but I do have to say that this time is very, very bad. And if you make it through this, you will make it out of the other side much wealthier than you started. In the crypto market recently, $580 million have been liquidated from the crypto market in just 24 hours. And ladies and gentlemen, what's going on right now is a mass liquidation, flushing out of leverage, exchanges getting caught with their pants down, stable coins getting obliterated. All this is compounding into making the crypto market a much healthier environment. It will also bring a much more stable regulatory environment once everything is said and done. Something else that I do want to point out to all of you that did occur is that Tether suffered a DDoS attack following a ransom from hackers, according to their CTO. Ladies and gentlemen, what I have to say is more negative news is going to be coming out about Tether in the next few days, weeks, and months. I promise you. And I don't want to be one of those crypto influencers that says they know a guy. But trust me when I say I know a guy. And I've been told that the coming collapse of this stablecoin Tether will be on the horizon and will shock the crypto market. That is why I've continuously said I have 50% of my reserves on the side ready to buy a cataclysmic crash just in case it happens. There are no guarantees that it will. There are no guarantees that the bottom isn't in yet. But protecting yourself, hedging your bets, having your own targets, and your own mentality as an investor is the key to being successful in crypto. You can cross-reference information between different analysts that you love and respect, but at the end of the day, if you are just copy trading and copy investing, you'll never be as good as the individual who you're copying, because the entry points won't be yours. It will not be your own instincts and your own moves. You'll always be dependent on someone else's information. And what I stress to all of you is, learn how to gain the confidence in your own moves in the crypto space. Be okay making mistakes. I've made plenty of them, and I'll continue to make more. But it's that humility and the lessons you learn that make you a savage in crypto. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want to point your attention to this from Blockworks. An ETF that bets against Bitcoin is set to start trading Tuesday in the United States. While we've been waiting for years to get a spot ETF in the United States, you better believe every possible tool in their financial arsenal to bring down crypto, and Bitcoin is being deployed at this very moment in time. Oh, guys, it is a coordinated attack against this industry and retail investors. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. What I'll have to stress is, prepare for the downturn. Be happy if it goes up. Be prepared for both scenarios. I'm ready to buy the dip and ready for profit taking regardless of what happens. But what I have to stress to all of you is, the only thing that can break you is your mentality if you're not mentally prepared for both scenarios. We make money on the way up, or we get immaculate entry points on the way down. There's no getting caught. There is no getting caught with our pants down. We wear the big boy pants in this market every single time. Now, with that being said, guys, what I have to stress about the crypto market is that what's really going on here is that the macro is extremely disgusting. This is a tweet from Kimchi Premium, and honestly, that might be my favorite Twitter name on earth. He states, something will break in Japan soon. Stating Bank of Japan bond purchases hit a record last week to defend yield cap. And ladies and gentlemen, like I said before, I'll say again, economics is completely broken. And as we see bad indications from Japan, we also have the European Central Bank head Christine Lagarde warning of the risk of an abrupt correction in Europe's financial and housing market. We're in the final leg of the race now, and I 100% agree. Now, I do want to give you guys this tweet from Natalia, the CEO of Proppy. She stated, when it comes to the housing bubble in the US, there will be an unpleasant correction and normalization, not a crash. National prices per square foot haven't been growing as sharp on average, plus consider the inflation. This will not be a 2008 style housing collapse, but it still will be a nasty correction in the housing market. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm personally waiting for that correction to continue accumulating homes, because that'll be a great time. But what I do want to say is, I want to give you all a little story. Personally, I was on the phone with one of my VIP clients the other day, and he was telling me, he said, "Bull, hey, this is going to sound really stupid, but I want to sell my home and buy some more crypto." And to the untrained investor, to the average Joe, that sounds absolutely idiotic and insane. Hell, even talking about this with him sounded crazy. But let's zoom out very quickly. The housing market is the market that has maintained extreme strength, while stocks and crypto have been imploding, and while cash has been hyperinflating. Meaning, he has been gaining extreme value. And now, relative to the market he's in, he's at a peak, while crypto is bottomed. Me personally, I do not give financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. But you better believe, looking at the way the markets are playing out right now, looking at how there's extreme fear in crypto, and we're at an extreme top in the housing market. Shit. The individual may just be trying to buy some more crypto right now. Renting for a little period in time, accumulating more digital assets while the housing market is at a peak, is a strategy that has most likely been deployed already. And while this isn't for the faint of heart, while this isn't for the weak-minded, in a couple months or years, with 2020 hindsight, it'll probably have worked for the best. Taking out equity at the peak while you maintain ownership of the home for future potential rental income, then reinvest that equity into rock bottom crypto prices while not having to pay taxes when actually selling the physical home. Now that right there is a game plan. Not financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. but it'll probably work out anyways. I work with complete savages every single day. This audience is filled with complete savages every single day. We have weathered an 85% storm in the crypto market sooner than I expected. And in my opinion, we'll weather 1,000% gains in this crypto market faster than you all anticipate as well. We crash so quickly because we can recover just as fast. This crypto, quote, bear market, it has been devastating. It has flushed out a lot of retail investors and leverage. It has liquidated huge hedge funds and exchanges. It is causing the reckoning, and grown men are crying. That's why the strong, when it's all said and done, will be the only one standing as the new 1%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. Something I want to say is before I leave you for the day is that I have extremely powerful interviews coming in my next couple videos. And one of them will probably educate you all most on one of the biggest opportunities in crypto that you may or may not have heard of yet. Please stay tuned for it, as I was extremely excited to speak with this individual. As always, guys, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Several meetings, great guy.
Another point you've made, and this is, I think, particularly relevant 10 years into a bull market, is that I think you said more money has been lost anticipating a downturn than actually in the downturn. Can you explain?
Well, obviously, the market's gone up tenfold since I stopped running Magellan. So you make more money on the upside. The market's going to be a lot higher in 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now. Trying to predict the market is really a waste. I don't know what it's going to do. It can go down. When I ran Magellan, 13 years, it declined 10% or more, 9 times the market.
Wow.
I had a perfect record. I went down more than 10% every time. Wherever the market went down, I went down more. But over the long term, the upside is more than the downside. So you got to say to yourself, do I need the money in the next month? Do I need the money in the next year? Do I have kids going to college? Do I have a wedding coming up? Then you're a bad investor. If you can keep putting money in, you have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 year, you should do well.